Looks like it's finally connected. Yay. Looks like we're finally connected. Let's get this shit. I see you, Don McDouglas. How's it going? Android EX and Omega. I'm not a clown, dude. I'm a doggy. The pup in a snowsuit is back. I was playing Diablo 2, but it's like, let's go make fun of the pig roach. And like, I knew you meant Philly. It took about 5 minutes to get everything up and running. I may be a little inebriated because I had that Mountain Dew alcoholic stuff today. I recorded myself drinking it and it's like, oh god, this is really good. Chug, chug, chug. God, I'm such a lightweight. All employees, all employees. I've seen it getting around to a couple different news places, which is hilarious. Wow, DSP, you're gonna be world famous. Not for anything good, obviously. So when was the last time DSP actually listened to Backstreet Boys? That's terrible, Douglas. It's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah. Every now and then, Backstreet Boys and this thing, like, they'll randomly appear on, like, the Amazon Prime when you do, like, I'm gonna do Ace of Base Station just so I can get some stuff in the 90s. Even better though when Baby Got Back comes on. It's like, I haven't heard this song in years. And White Boys Gotta Shout, Baby Got Back. Like, yes. Parbs, how's it going? Guys, I spent way too much money on my vacation. I need help. Yeah, I probably spent a little bit more than I should have on vacation, but it's vacation. Fuck it, that money doesn't count. Until bills come due. I don't remember it costing that much. I don't remember that costing that much. Parking was how much? But it was a good time, so it doesn't count. Yeah. Rock your body. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good time, but now I'm home, yay. Best part about going away is coming home. I was like, oh, I can see Toledo in the distance. Oh, exit here to get Toledo, yay. Like, I never thought I'd be happy to see Toledo, but here I am. Because it means I don't have to keep driving. My ADD is off the chart, so I do everything that interests me. Like getting drunk on camera, woo! I didn't get drunk. Even after having a couple cans, it's like, alright, I should probably stop. Before I actually do get buzzed. And that video, I think, comes out on Monday. Hard Mountain Dew sip. Easily amused. Wait for this guy to stop playing his shitty music. I got the window open, I can just hear the waves crashing on the shore. It's gorgeous out. None of my friends wanted to go golfing. Like, no, my team plays at noon today. I don't want to miss my game. Like, bitch, go golfing. Oh no, your team's playing against an unranked opponent. You're gonna crush him. Ooh. You beat him by double digits or triple digits? How many Pigler Solutions gonna do? Have to wait and see. It's like, oh, I'm gonna do a Y pose, but with only one hand. And it's not a Y pose, DSP. Do you not know what the letter Y looks like? Turkey, how's it going? Mr. Worldwide. That's me. Crispy. I had breakfast burritos for breakfast. They were delicious. Had to use something to soak up the alcohol. I shouldn't be drinking this early, but I'm on vacation. Not only that's my last day of my vacation. Fuck it. I got the alcoholic Mountain Dew to check it out, so. Apple bong? See, that's why I don't like smoking. Not because I don't want to get high, because I don't have to build anything. Gotta be Jesus Nazareth with a carpenter degree to build anything to get high now. People driving down the highway on their bong. Yeah, man, you put it here, then you rip it here. And I think my favorite of the intros is gonna be the It's Over 9,000 one. Just because I was easily amused making that. I'm not sure how to make this. Let's figure it out. Took me way too long to get it right. Like, you know, someone who knows what they're doing probably have this done in 10th of the time. It turns out marijuana is actually legal in Nashville. They have weed bars down there. I did not participate because I don't do that, but... You look at the menu like, oh, do you want this brownie edible? Do you want a jello shot edible? Do you want a gummy edible? Do you want this joint that's good for going to sleep? Do you want this joint that's good for standing at the wall and watching it move for 3 hours? Like, alright, this is all very interesting, but I don't do any of this. Still cool to see. Yeah, end the music already, DSP. I want to laugh at you. DSP knows all about. When was the last time you played Street Fighter 2 on an arcade, DSP? I know last time I did. It was a couple days ago while I was in Nashville. I have played Street Fighter 2 on a cabinet more presently than DSP has. That's because the one bar we went to had an arcade set up. Played that, played Area 51, Site 4, played some foosball, skee ball. What was the other game we played? Oh, we did the Turtles in Time for a bit, and we tried to do the Mario Kart, but we could not control them. Like, he would like go to the steering wheel, and the steering wheel would like bounce back and forth. It's like, yeah, I think these might be a little old. Exactly, he plays in person and he can't use lag as an excuse, guys. You see that lag? Dude, we're playing on a camera. What the fuck are you talking about lag? My excuse is I have no idea what I'm doing. Like I'm just pressing buttons at random. I won. Pressing buttons at random won. Then on foosball, my friend, he's like, no, click, click, click. I'm so long. Spin as fast as you can. Spin as fast as you can. And I beat him both times. Man, this bullshit all you do is spin. It's like, winner, winner, chicken dinner, 2 in a row. If it works, it works. Man, that was a good time. Guys, I picked the wrong gun. It's the gun's fault. I'm gonna pick a different gun next time. No! I like this gun. But you're saying the gun doesn't work, DSP? Yes. Yes. Yes, you are DSP. DSP's motto in life. Bought this shit because you're a fucking moron. Guys, it was more expensive. That means it's better. No, it doesn't, DSP. I was gonna find this at the music. He's about to stop the music. Yep. So we mute that real quick because I don't want to hear it. Because he had absolutely nothing to do in creating this. Like someone else makes it for him, but guys, created by me. You had nothing to do with the creation of this. Someone put in a pretty good amount of effort to get it to look like that and sound like that.
Good morning, everyone.
And he gets all the credit for it. Adapters, how's it going? Oh shit! You know what I forgot to do?
Woo! Just gotta calm down here with that white balance adjustment. Thanks. Welcome to the Level 1 podcast, where we're busy having fun down here on Level 1. Today is Saturday, the 5th of November, 2022, and of course, I am Darkside Phil,
like
and I
button,
welcome
guys.
you to the show. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope it's a good weekend for you so far. We're basically heading through a weekend where I'm trying to either finish
as much money as possible,
current projects and playthroughs to prepare for new ones, or get as far as I possibly can in current projects and playthroughs, so that when we hit new games, it doesn't seem like, oh, he's so way behind on these other games. You see,
well, you make the schedule, so maybe
I'm having a good time.
Yesterday was a
great day back from my break. Great progress in Plague Tale Requiem, which it looks like we are poised to finish tomorrow. As well as I finally got to play more multiplayer in Modern Warfare 2, although admittedly I didn't do so good. A lot of people are saying that the gun that I was aiming to unlock, the M16, isn't even good in the game. That they gave me some recommendations and video comments and things of better guns.
Like Zombies Medieval Times, thank you for something different.
When we play it again in a day or two, okay? But it was a great day back. I had a great time today. You know, continuing on with Gotham Knights, which has been a great game. I don't know why critics hated it so much, because I'm actually enjoying it. And I'm looking forward to more today. Tonight, we're going to have some chill fun in Disney Dreamlight Valley, which is excellent. You know, we haven't had a chill stream in a while now. So it'll be good.
I thought you were trying
jump
to
in and just relax
catch up and
good
beat these
interactive
games
time.
before the new games came
tomorrow,
out. But now you're going to do a
finishing
chill
up
stream?
2 projects.
Yeah, it's kind of
So
productive.
it's going to be a good weekend. Also, one thing that I want to throw out there right now, right as we start the show, today is the final day of daylight saving time.
He still doesn't understand how this works.
So dumb. Here in the United States, I hate this practice. I hate the practice of changing clocks, messing around with the time.
Probably because you can't figure out how to do it. You have to have your wife do it.
Practical purpose.
You have Tyrone come in and do it for you.
We have a law in place to get rid of it, yet our federal government has not yet approved it, so we're all still stuck doing this practice. Okay, so here's how it works. Everything today is business as usual. Everything's new. Everything's normal.
Well, we got our first Pigler. Salute.
Overnight, magically tonight, we get an extra hour. Now, I'm not complaining. I'll take an extra hour of rest.
Extra hour of getting
I'm
drunk.
40 years old. I need as much rest as possible. If I
don't do
get enough
anything
rest every night, I turn nuclear pink like I'm doing right now, and I actually can explode. I become
What do you need
volatile,
rest
and
for?
I
You
can
don't
explode.
do anything.
This white balance is really stupid. Anyway, no, obviously. Oh, now the chopper's coming for me. This is amazing. The ghost team is coming. They're coming to get me. Ghost is coming down his Halloween mask. He's going to zip line into my window any second and get me. Here he comes. What is happening today? I have no idea. But anyway, wow, this white balance is really starting to piss me off. Hello? Hello? Do you not see how pasty and white I am? You should balance to that.
Do another Pigler salute.
It won't. Look, it literally
Oh, we got
really
2
won't.
Pigler salutes right off the
What if I
bat.
do this? I think no, because my hand's blocking it and it still did it anyway. You saw that, right? It's not the. It's definitely not the ghost. It's the camera's white balance is shit.
You're an idiot.
Amazing. Anyway, so now I lost track of what I was even saying. I don't even know who I am or what I'm doing on the stream anymore. How could I
You're that
possibly?
drunk.
How could I possibly know what's going on this planet when I look this pink? All right, I fixed it, but now what's going to happen is it's going to auto-adjust again and make me pale. Watch, I guarantee it. So anyway, this is going to be a fun week of chill stuff and finishing up current playthroughs.
Well, shit, he really did forget what he was talking
Until we
about.
get into
He was talking about
the new
daylight
stuff
savings
this Tuesday
time.
and Wednesday, which I know everyone's excited for. Everyone wants to see Sonic Frontiers.
He really
is
did
good,
forget what he was talking
and
about. That's
everyone obviously
hilarious.
wants to see if God of War Ragnarok is as good as the reviews say. And I'm here with you. I'm down for that. I'm excited just like you guys. And I hope that you will join me for all this fun this week, okay? But this is kind of like, I get it. Some people are interested in the playthroughs I'm doing right now. Some are not. They're like, nah, these games are a couple weeks old, and, I didn't like them as much as I hoped, and hoping for the new ones, right? So, welcome, everyone, to the show. The good news is, today I come to you with pretty much no real drama, no nonsense. Today's a more chill, relaxed day. Nothing too negative to talk about, so we can just relax and have a good time. I told you I was going to go pale, then I went pink again. But anyway, have a good time and just relax, have some conversation today.
Happening?
As opposed to yesterday where I had literally so much to talk about, right? That it was just like a jam-packed show with no time at all.
But you're still going to take 2 hours. He's still going to take 2 hours talking.
Today should be the opposite. So, thanks for joining me. I hope you guys are ready for some fun today, some interactivity. Shall we just go through the schedule quickly and get out of the way? Let's just do that. So today, like I said, Gotham Knights on the first stream. Last time around, we actually finished an entire major side quest line with Mr. Freeze, just to find out there's more to it. It's pretty crazy. These side quest lines seem very lengthy, and maybe a big chunk of the game, honestly.
But they give you a lot of content.
Today, I think we're going to continue on with the Harley Quinn quest line, only because that one seems to be the one in line with my level. So I'll probably do that, and then we'll probably continue on with more of the open world story. Of course, still alternating characters and the like.
Sorry.
Tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. First time I'm playing Disney Dreamlight Valley in nearly 2 weeks. And I know for some people who've been liking that.
But again, you just said that you're trying to get games beat, so
this is what happens
when
during
games came in, they weren't there anymore.
This is every year the same thing happens. I basically have to put those kind of chill streams on hiatus until I have a chance to kind of squeeze them in here and there. That's exactly what I'm doing this week, is squeezing it in. So I hope that you guys aren't too upset by that. I mean, I am enjoying myself with the game, and I'm looking forward to more relaxing fun tonight. No idea what we'll even be doing, because I don't remember where we left off over a week ago, but it should still be a good time.
Jin Brain doesn't remember
join me tonight,
anything.
late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Now, tomorrow, Sunday, everything changes. All my streams are 1 hour later, because now we're going to standard time rather than daylight saving time, okay? So my normal stream that would start at 10:45 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time now starts at 10:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which means technically it's an hour later. Please don't be late. You're going to show up. You're going to be so sad when you find out you missed the first hour of the Level 1 podcast. I know.
You mean
you guys
20 minutes of music
are so
and then the
into
schedule?
it. In the last year since I started doing this podcast, which, by the way, I believe we're about a year anniversary right now. When it comes to the podcast, I'm almost positive it was early of November.
I love how he gets so confused by daily
signals
segments every year.
Why don't you just start doing the podcast as a regular daily thing?
That's what it starts at 1:45 my time. That's what's going to start on Sunday.
Remember, I used to
1:45 my time because all the classes go back.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show.
Not like just West Coast.
You stare at this slideshow for a few hours while I talk. I don't care if it's boring. And a lot of people complained and were like, well, why don't you show yourself? That way it feels like you're talking to us. It's more interactive. And I was like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You know, I don't know why I was so
Only
stubborn,
took him
but
14 years to figure that out, guys.
The show now has a
that he should
following,
talk to the people, not to the slideshow.
You know, pretty
Oh,
good.
it's very
So anyway,
garbage crispy.
tomorrow, be here on time. Don't be late. All right, 1 hour earlier than usual. Tomorrow's main gameplay stream will be the conclusion of Plague Tale Requiem. I can't imagine it not being, from what people told me. The person who said it took them
So you've been
longer
watching
said
other people's
22 hours.
playthroughs to figure it out.
Well, if you take a look at my playthrough, all right, up to this point, my playthrough is 16 parts, but each time I played Plague Tale, basically one of those parts has been about an hour and a half long. So if you do the math, basically I'm almost 20 hours in right now. So you have to think one more major stream. We're definitely going to wrap it up. And actually, someone yesterday
you won't.
said
You're going to find a way to
final
drag it on
chapters are
forever,
very
as
fast
with every
paced
other
and they go
gameplay stream.
real fast. So likely I will be wrapping it up tomorrow on the stream. Okay. So that's a good thing, obviously. I want to see how it ends. Although, admittedly, after yesterday's stream, I'm not feeling too positive about it. I'm actually feeling like it may be a downer, because the plot looked like originally it was actually going to be like a glimmer of hope and kind of upbeat, and now honestly it's looking like that's less and less likely.
The bubonic plague is killing everyone, and it's not upbeat, guys.
Which kind of sucks. Obviously, when you play through
and it sucks that all these people are dying from a
disease.
disease.
Some of the characters, you want to see them have
Why
a
is it
happy
not so
ending.
upbeat, guys?
The first game did end on kind of a happy cliffhanger ending, and I don't know what's going to happen in this one. I guess we're going to find out tomorrow, okay? Then on the late stream tomorrow night will be the conclusion
gets the
of
water.
the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 campaign at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
The water's not magic.
Usual.
And it's like, oh, this gets fucked.
So far, the campaign's been great, except for
then you watch
one
DSP
level
play, and he's all,
that one stealth level
that little
was
boy's gonna
insanely
die.
poorly implemented. I thought it was
Snort.
one of the worst I've ever played in
What the
Call of
fuck,
Duty history.
DSP?
Outside of that, the rest of it's been great. I've actually loved the campaign, and I'm looking forward to see how it all ends tomorrow night. So I hope you'll join me for that. Okay. Then on Monday, more Gotham Knights on the first stream, and Monday night will be more Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, which obviously I'm excited for. I liked playing it last night, although admittedly, again, unlocking the stuff for the M16 was not very fun. You end up playing 3-4 matches where you don't stand a chance. You have no attachments. Your gun is slow and shitty. Once you get the attachments, it's better, you know. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll change my gun right away per people's recommendations, or not. I'll have to see what you guys think about what are. Oh, now I'm yellow. No, now I'm pink. Now I'm yellow. Now I'm pink. Now I'm yellow.
Now you're Simpsons. Yay.
You just can't win. This camera, you cannot win. Right now, it is completely cloudy outside. There's zero sun. So there's absolutely no reason for the white balance to be changing on this camera right now at all. There's just no reason at all. It's just
Except
stupid.
you don't know what
like
you're doing.
Sadly,
After 14
sharpness,
years.
way better than the old camera. White balance.
Actually, no, it should be like 15 years now. Holy shit. Imagine doing this for 15 years and you still don't know how to work a camera.
Now I give up. I seriously fucking give up at this point. I'm not going to adjust it no more. I'm just going to let it roll. I'm going to stop looking over there. I really am. Okay. So, Tuesday is when we start with new release content. It'll be Sonic Frontiers on the first stream. I have no idea what to expect. You know, we've seen gameplay of it. And some of the gameplay looks great. Some of the gameplay looks like it could be open world boring with nothing to do. It really depends how is this open world mechanic implemented. If you take a look at how they did it with Zelda Breath of the Wild, my God, that was a great thing, right? I felt like it really added to the game. But I don't know how it's going to go with the Sonic game because, you know, every time you get a glimmer of hope with Sonic, sometimes you just get your hopes crushed into a pile of goo. Like with Sonic Forces. That looked really good until you started playing it and realized, why are the stages 4 minutes long? Like every stage, right? Like, what happened here? Yeah, I don't know. I hope it's good. I'm hoping for the best. We haven't had a good 3D Sonic game. Holy shit. When was the last one? The last good 3D Sonic game? Sonic Generations? It's been over a decade, right? Like, the best Sonic games have always been the 2D ones, like Sonic Mania now. We haven't had a good one in so long. So I'm really hoping for the best. Maybe they've actually turned a corner here.
Kind of
And we
should
can
have
actually
stuck
feel
to
positive about
2D.
Sonic again. I don't know.
Could
I
have
just want
avoided
to find
3D
out.
completely after the first try and it didn't work.
And then on Tuesday night, I will
Yes,
either do more
Elon
Disney
Musk
Dreamlight Valley
banning
or I will do
DSP
more
from
Modern
Twitter
Warfare 2.
headquarters, guys.
I'm going to leave it open, and I'm going to see what I feel like. Because I'll be honest with you guys, if we start using a new weapon on Monday night and I want to unlock stuff and do stuff with it, I'm probably just going to want to play it again Tuesday night. It's very annoying that in Modern Warfare, every time you unlock a new weapon or try a new weapon, you literally have to sit there and use that new weapon for like 2 hours to get everything for it, because that's my whole stream. You know, like I got the M16 last night. I didn't get a good scope for it till the end of the stream. Now I'm out of time. I can't play anymore.
So it's not the whole stream.
Damn, it sucks.
No, that makes so much sense.
Like, I get it. I get the grind that they're going for, but at the same time, it wasn't like that in previous Modern Warfare. It just wasn't.
It's like really bad animation, isn't it?
I think over the years that the system has this gunsmith system. It's just stupid, and they've kind of it's gone downhill.
I think he's trying to either hide his bottom teeth or hide his bottom dentures, maybe.
Why do I want to play and lose just to get enough experience?
We all know he doesn't take care of his teeth, so you got to figure those teeth are
Why do I have
rotten.
to waste 2 hours? Just let me use the fucking weapon. Good, you know. Just think about that, right? You work for a fucking paramilitary group, mercenaries for hire. You go around the world trying to stop terrorists and stuff. Oh, you have a new weapon. You have to use it for 2 hours before you can put a scope on it. What the fuck are you talking about? This is the dumbest thing. But anyway.
Oh no, video game plays like a video game.
And, of course, the big day this week is Wednesday. God of War Ragnarok. And I'm going to be playing it all day long. First
video game tropes in my video
Already
games.
I'm getting people's feedback on this.
Basically,
a lot
video
of
game
people
tropes
have
in my
been
video
saying the last
game.
few days. Listen, we're excited for God of War Ragnarok. Can't wait. But I'm not going to attend your live streams to avoid spoilers because I'm playing it myself. But I will watch it on demand. To which I say, great. Thank you. And if you do watch it on demand,
maybe give me
please,
some
if that
super
is the
thanks,
case,
guys.
Remember
like
to
$1,000
like the
in
videos
super
and
thanks to make up for the fact you
comment.
weren't here
Something.
watching.
Engagement on God of War is going to be giant. If you give me engagement on that video series, it could actually get great traction on YouTube. If you don't believe me,
until no one
take a
shows
look
up.
At Elden Ring. Elden Ring did really good in comparison to anything else that I've done in the last several years on YouTube. It's actually the best playthrough I've done, views-wise and engagement-wise, and it helped me out a lot earlier this year. I need that kind of help and engagement with God of War Ragnarok, being that it's likely the other game that most people will be nominating for Game of the Year this year. But it's hard. It's hard to get engagement these days on YouTube. It really is. Even me on these streams, I forget to ask you guys that if you like a video, please give it a like. And please, if you leave a comment to engage, I totally forget all the time. Because I'm not actively thinking about that. That's important for the health of a channel. But it is. You got to kind of play the game and play the rules here on YouTube. And so that's the deal. Now, here's the thing. Some people are saying, well, I'm not going to watch your live streams because I'm going to avoid spoilers. Besides the first day that I'm playing it, I don't think any of you would ever be spoiled by my streams unless you're just not playing the game. Because here's why. I'm playing it the first day double stream. So that's what? 5 hours of gameplay, roughly? Okay. I'm off on Thursday. So immediately anyone
Why
who
are you
owns
taking
the game
Thursday off then?
Thursday, you're going to be ahead of me anyway. You see? Now, am I going to play it on Friday? Yes, but I'm only playing it one stream, 3 hours.
Stop it in your
You'll be
microphone.
ahead of me even further. Then I'm probably not even playing it on Saturday. I'll probably go back to Sonic for a day. So do you see the point I'm making? Is that because of the
Then don't take
style
Thursday
I do as a
off.
content creator where I'm constantly alternating and doing variety, I'm not playing God of War Ragnarok nonstop for days and days and days. There's no way that most of you will be behind me in the playthrough.
Me.
So I understand that people are saying, oh, we're afraid that you're going to be ahead and we're going to get spoiled. But at the same time, I agree with you day one. Launch day, that very well may be the case. But after that, I think most of you would be ahead of me. I mean, just take a look at Elden Ring. Here's a case in point. This is a game that everyone was playing when it was new. It was hot as hell, right? Within one day, the entire internet was ahead of me. People were talking about the Radon boss fight a week or two before I even got to him, okay? But the thing is, with my style, because I take my time, and I look for everything, and I enjoy the game.
Because you beg, and you
I
have to wait
basically
for other
give
people to
these
play the
games a fair
game,
shake. I get them
so you can watch your
covered
playthroughs
most
and
of
figure out what to
all the content.
do, so
I
you
can
don't get stuck.
actively tell you what I
Check
really
my
think
Discord.
about that game
Terrible.
once it's done, as opposed to these reviewers who are given a review code. Here you go. Rush this game and beat it within a week, right? Rush this game and beat it within 2 days. Which
I'll have to
actually,
watch that later.
As disconcerting as that sounds, that happens all the time. with these game reviewers where they're given a review code and they're told just beat this within 24 hours, 48 hours. Like, wait, what? But how am I supposed to get all the content? How am I supposed to really fairly give this game a fair shake?
By playing the game. See, they don't stop every 10 minutes and go,
said,
guys, it's been 10 minutes since the last tip.
That
Guys,
is
it's been 20 minutes since the last tip. Guys, it's been 30 minutes since the
something
last
that I can see
tip.
as a concern. You're worried about spoilers. I give up. So, yeah, I get that. But we do our best. Whenever we see someone post spoilers in the chat, we try to get rid of it as soon as possible. And also understand that here's the other thing, all right, about it. There are so many idiots who try to spoil stuff on the internet that it becomes completely ineffective. All right? So let me give you an example.
Oh,
the main character dies. Yeah, but that's a risk in any game. That at the end of the game, the main character could die, right? So how?
Oh my God, he's already looked this shit up.
Someone says that in the chat, it doesn't necessarily mean it's real. In fact, I'll give you a really good example of this. A decade ago.
Yeah, everyone's laughing at Great Show. No one likes that show.
9 years ago. I was right here live, and I was playing Grand Theft Auto 5. All right? The biggest game of the year at the time. Everyone was super hyped for it. And during my playthrough, people started coming in and saying, oh my God, so-and-so dies at the end. Oh my God, this happens at the end. All right? To which, of course, those people immediately got banned, but then people started freaking out. Oh, spoiling! Oh!
Wow, what a face.
Now, I already know the ending. Right? Come to find out, guess what? That wasn't even what happened. Because with that particular game, there's different endings depending on your choices and things that you do. So maybe if you did a really bad choices and things, yeah, that character could potentially die at the end of the game.
Ooh, now we got the rockin'.
Everyone lived. And actually some characters had a
Iron Torch, how's it going?
Ending. So those spoilers, even though an idiot tried to come in and ruin it for everyone, saying the most shocking thing possible, literally didn't apply. And that's what you got to do is when you go into playing any kind of a new release these days, all right?
Hey, Louise.
It's this simple. You know spoilers will be out there, all right? Just understand when you
didn't care about the ending of the story. Just had to
when
beat
I'm
it.
playing God of War Ragnarok,
I mean, guys, I beat
fully
it.
understand that Kratos, Atreus, or any of the other characters could potentially die at the end. So when anyone comes in and says, spoiler, this guy dies at the end, it wouldn't affect me in the least. It could happen. It's true. It doesn't confirm what they're saying. It could be complete horse shit. Or it could be a scenario thing that only happens in a certain scenario. You ignore that shit. You say, fuck off. You know? And when you see someone coming in the middle of a game like that,
because you got
a
distracted.
ginormous paragraph of shit, you don't read the paragraph. You read the first few words.
No idea if we do,
like,
Louise.
aha, goodbye.
Have to find out, though.
That's how I avoid it now.
Holla for the dollar, bang tech.
There's people all over the already.
It was not for the wonderful
people
detractors
over the
like
internet
yourself,
who
good
have
sir.
really
I could never
made
watch the
concerted effort to
stream.
spoil God of War Ragnarok.
Gotta add
on
bang
Twitter.
tech.
Oh my God. People have said that it's some of the worst. Here's the thing. My Twitter, and over the years, I have edited this fucking thing so much that I don't even see a lot of tweets at all.
You mean you've blocked everyone?
Towards me, I don't even see it.
You've blocked so many people, you don't see anything on Twitter anymore.
It's hard to explain, but Twitter has a series of filters over it where basically you can prevent yourself from having that kind of shit happen.
Logan Paul ain't winning shit at Crown Jewel.
Sent my way,
It'll be a good match, but probably end a disqualification.
Anyway. You know, I just don't see them at all. Which is why I tell people if you really want to talk to me, you got to email me or you got to DM me, because my Twitter, I try to use my Twitter solely for business purposes. Okay?
Right.
So it works. It does. When you can set it up, because there's several things you can do to prevent nonsense on there, and then you just don't see the bullshit. So I'm absolutely positively sure there's been idiots trying to do shit, and I haven't seen any of it. So that's a good thing, you know?
Imagine blocking half the internet, then claiming, guys, it worked.
The giant
you block half the internet, no one can get a hold of you.
It's a lake of shit. Why look at it? Why smell it? Put a clothespin on your nose. Anyway. So, that's the deal. You know, I hope you guys will join me. I really do. I really hope that you'll enjoy the playthrough of God of War Ragnarok. I'm not expecting absolutely everyone to be showing up. I'm not that dumb. Okay, I know that there's going to be a lot of people who probably will not show up right away for the playthrough. Maybe they'll wait a day or two and they'll join me later. That's exactly what happened with Elden Ring. Is some people were there for the launch, and then some people showed up a few days later and were like, okay, now I'm sure I'm ahead of Phil. Let's jump into this playthrough and watch him play whenever he does. And what a lot of people like to do is get past, like get further in the game than me, and then go back and watch me live on my streams play it to see how I deal with the stuff they've already dealt with previously in the game. You see? A lot of the times what happens is people will watch me play the parts they've already done, and they're like, oh shit, I didn't realize there was a secret there. I didn't realize that's how you solve that puzzle. And then they go back and do it in their own playthrough once they saw me do it because they missed it or skipped it, you see?
Because you had to watch someone else do it.
So it's a good way to approach it, I feel. Being that I'm a variety content creator, I usually don't get ahead of most people, and it allows people to basically watch my stuff, which is fine. Back in the day, it was different. Back in the day, I was the YouTuber who put out all the content early. I was the guy who beat every game in 2 days. You know, that was over 10 years ago, though. So there you go. So that's the week now. A couple quick things to talk about before we continue on here today. I just would like to direct your attention to the members goal for the month. It is 1,025 members. We have lost a significant amount of members in the last week.
Because they were all gifted. None of them were real.
30, 40. Because I think we were at 925 when I set up this goal. So basically,
you have 300 people watching you.
People didn't renew.
You never go with 1,025. You can only reach that with gifted.
When we get to Sonic or when we get to God of War, there's many other games coming out later this month. Perhaps those would be the games that would do it. I'm not sure, but I would certainly hope now would be the time if you were thinking of becoming a member. Now is the correct time. Why? Just listen to all the benefits. A chat crown badge to show how long you're a supporter that changes over time the longer you're a supporter. Highlighted name both in the chat and in video comments. The ability to ignore the slow mode in every single live stream. You can talk as much as you want.
And no one
access to all of my emotes both in the chat and the video comments. The ability to have priority for special events. For example, coming up, which we're actually going to set up. You don't have anyone in your chat ever talking because you have no fans. Yet, but I need to do this. I need to set up the command by which you guys will be able to start posting up your nominations for ads for me to watch during the Black Friday Ad Apocalypse Spectacular coming up in just a few weeks here. Okay, you'll basically be able to post up ads and things, right? And members, I will likely set up their own thread to do so. So the members who post up ads, I'll probably watch those for sure. And then those who are non-members, I'll sift through and pick the best ads that I feel are some of the best ones for me to react to on the show or in the marathon.
So you won't be reacting to them.
For example,
you'll just be rewatching.
With the Halloween event.
If you rewatch, it's not a react.
Dead by Daylight that was selected to be played by the members.
Pancration, how's it going?
Nominated that more than any other game. That game was a shoe-in for the event. While everyone else had to compete to get their games into the event, the members picked one pretty much right away, you see. So there's many, many benefits to being a channel member.
Guys, we hit the tips goal, but we didn't hit the membership goal.
For you guys.
Guys, we hit the membership goal, but we didn't hit the tips goal.
If you like the channel and you like its content and you want to help out not only
I want it all.
me, but also your fellow viewer,
I want it.
Membership helps everyone. Oh, everyone gets access to
I want it now. Snort, snort, snort.
Sound good? All right, so I just want to throw that out there. Our goal for this month is 1,025. If we hit that, we lock into doing the Christmas Marathon event. This includes
unless email or OIC shows up,
some I'm sure will probably be Christmas themed. Some do not have to be. Doesn't really matter. I dress up in Christmas attire all day, and I do wardrobe changes between sweaters and T-shirts. I wear Christmas hats and stuff, very festive stuff, and I drink. It's the one day a year that on stream I drink.
I like that on stream that I drink.
Eggnog. Sometimes I have like whiskey, which I'll probably do this year. We'll see what they got at the liquor store, but. You know, I love doing this. It's a fun event. I really enjoy the Christmas event. And you know, this year I might go all out. I might order a meal and even do a DSP Tries It. That's like holiday themed as well. So please consider becoming a member or gifting memberships this month. Now would be a great month to do it. By the way, all those benefits, right, that you get for being a member is a really good time to have those too with all the hot.
If you do a Christmas event out of kindness, dude, how are you supposed to pay your bills?
Okay. 1 second, because I realized I left my phone over here.
Guys, I need my WWE champions.
God, it's really not. Stretch. Okay. Ooh. There we go. Camera didn't even change. Whatever. I'll leave it as is. All right. So that's most of the housekeeping stuff. I feel. Oh, by the way, I keep forgetting to show this. This is the advertisement for the Adpocalypse coming up this week. So when is this? This is Friday, November 25th. Mark your calendars. It's the day after Thanksgiving. It's Black Friday here traditionally in the United States. It's the day when all the stores have their giant doorbuster sales, and they say that their sales go from the red to the black. And that entire day, I'll be watching a variety of advertisements that you guys are going to nominate. All right? And it could be advertisements from the 80s or 90s, or sometimes the early 2000s. We don't want to get too modern. I basically want to do more retro ads. And I'm very interested in international ads because I've never seen anything outside the United States ad-wise. And I've heard that, man, in other countries, their ad requirements are so different that they put really crazy stuff like violence and risque stuff into their advertisements. So I'd be very interested to watch and laugh at these with all of you on Black Friday. Likely we'll do some other special stuff that day too. But that's a lock. That's happening. I'm excited for this. And I hope that you guys
You're excited to watch
join
ads
me for fun on Black Friday.
that you've already watched beforehand because you had to make sure there's nothing detractor about them.
Sadly, today I have some really bad news. All right, and you know I don't like bad news. I don't like sharing it. But sometimes it's so important.
He had to have his phone.
Right.
Champions.
Yes, PSAs are allowed, James. Public service announcements would be allowed as well as ads. I consider them the same. I really do, because a public service announcement is an ad. It's just not an ad for a product. You see? So yes, those are allowed. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have really bad news. I'm sorry about this. I don't want to talk about bad news on my stream. I hate when I have to.
Now what?
But every once in a while, you have to. It's so important. It's something that's going to affect everyone. Okay? So we have to. We absolutely have to talk about it. So, you guys may have heard the news overnight, all right, that Elon Musk, all right, has laid off
fired him.
about half the workforce of Twitter. And this is crushing news. It's sending shockwaves throughout the industry, social media, internet. You know, everyone's just, oh my God, can't believe it. Well, guys, there's even worse news than that. Ladies and gentlemen, it is official. I misclicked. I have been fired from Twitter as well. You know?
He's not wrong.
Through email. That's the kicker. Is that I didn't even get like a formal presentation or a package. They emailed me.
He's not done a formal bag, just an informal. Guys, this is what the tips,
and this is a
membership
sad,
goal
sad
is.
day.
Guys, are you want to reach the membership goal?
I was an integral part of the company. You know, I don't know how they think they're going to operate without me. Obviously, how they're going to get along without Phil Burnell. I just don't understand. But
yeah, one of his fans probably sent it to him.
Elon, in his insanity, purchased a company with no business plan, basically saying the company is bleeding $4 million a day.
I think it's called Tail Gaming.
And the only way to keep an operation in the short term is to fire half the employees to have that money for operation.
You hate vlogs? Oh, you know he retired that one.
I got the can. I got the axe. Yeah.
What's this company called again? Oh, that's right, DSP Gaming.
Now,
he's doing no beg, blatant beg anyways.
Was I even aware that I worked for Twitter? Okay. No, I wasn't. But I guess I was. I mean, if it's on television, it's got to be true. Inside Edition has been a long-running television tabloid show. I mean, this.
I hate this idiot.
1990.
Come on, man. Do you want to play the fucking game?
I'm on Inside Edition.
No, he does not. He does not want to play the fucking game.
There's no way that this could possibly.
Never has, never will.
Or be incorrect. They would never. They fully vet.
Unless WWE champions.
That they put on their show to the point of like triplication, quadruplication of confirming the facts. So there's absolutely, positively no way they could put something on their TV tabloid show that would not be factually true. Therefore, when I see this, I gotta believe it's true. I've been fired from Twitter. Now, I do have to say something, all right? I did not receive a severance package. Elon himself on Twitter stated that anyone who lost their job at Twitter was being given a severance package that is, I think he said 50% better than what is required by the industry. Okay? 50% better. So, I'm expecting this. I'm hoping maybe in the mail, or maybe they're going to do what express mail, verified mail. Maybe I'm going to get
anything to keep from playing the game.
Explain what I'm getting, because I'll tell you right now, I'm very upset that everyone else seems to have gotten this package and not me. I'm thinking of maybe joining in maybe like a class action lawsuit. I've heard there's a few of these actually This part of the story is not false. Elon's getting sued out the ass because he's an idiot. All right, he fired all these people and didn't check the employment law, and coming to find out, there's an employment law says he can't do that. That if you're going to mass fire employees, you have to notify them 60 days in advance, so they have 2 months to look for another job. He didn't do that because he's a complete jackass idiot. And when he did,
he did kind of fuck up there.
The law so badly.
There's a law that says you can't fire him immediately. You got to give him 60 days or something.
No way he can win it. The only way they're saying that he could possibly
You're not wrong.
Lawsuit is if he recontacts the people he just fired and says, "Oh, I'm going to keep paying you for 2 months, even though you're not working here anymore." In which case, he's completely
just some troll apparently got DSP's face on there. That's hilarious. I love it.
Undermining what the reason he fired them to begin with. He fired them all because he needs that money for operational costs to keep the business working. If he has to still pay them for 2 more months to avoid being sued, then it undermines the reason he fired them to begin with. You see? So, yeah, it doesn't matter what he says or does to try to justify anything.
You're not wrong, David.
And he's in trouble. He really didn't look at anything. He basically just said, "Oh, I can do whatever."
Drunk working for Twitter. Drunk at all times. Doesn't matter what he's doing. Of course he's drunk.
Okay, there really is. So, anyway, I'm very upset. All right? I thought that I was a cherished employee. I thought that Twitter really cared about me and my input on a daily basis. I mean, just recently, I just here on my podcast told you guys, constructive input. All right? Constructive input about how they can improve this $8 a month subscription service for the blue check mark, stating that I will do that if they add added value. If it's just to keep the check mark, then it's not worth it. But if you're going to give me added features that will help my business on Twitter, like, for example, maybe the ability to have more characters in my tweets. I can do longer tweets than everyone else. That would be a great example of something that I would pay for. So my constructive feedback apparently has gone unheeded, and they've thrown me to the curb. Now, don't worry, everyone. I just want to tell you, don't worry. This is not the first time this has happened to me. I've been through this before, this experience. I've been thrown.
Oh, guys are going to be bringing up the helicopter company?
And I land on my feet. I'm not going to let this beat me. I'm not going to let this get me down.
Bring up the helicopter company. Do it. You want to.
Striving to be the best social media employee possible. I'm looking at a few other options, right? Like, who else would want someone of my stature to be part of their workforce? Perhaps TikTok. We'll see. I think about this, Maybe one of those fringe social media networks for when you got kicked off of every other one that you go there. Maybe I'll work there. Anyway, for those of you who maybe are watching this segment and you're like, what the hell is Phil talking about? Did you look at the picture yet? Do you see something a little weird on the left-hand side? Not the far left, but look at one to the right of the upper left picture. So this is funny. Here's why this is funny. Okay?
Because it gives us something
this
to talk
kind
about
of
and
shit
avoid
has
playing the
been
game.
going on for ages. All right? One of the classic situations where this used to happen at back in the day was the Howard Stern show. Now, Howard Stern is a radio host, and of course, he's done.
Oh, great! We get to hear about Howard Stern now. Yay!
His radio show. He had a group of pranksters who he employed to try to pull shit like this all the time. So whenever there was hot news going on, they would call into a news station to falsely report news, like a false eyewitness report, right? And then at the end of their report, they go, "Oh yeah, by the way, Baba Booey, Howard Stern's penis," and then they would hang up. So then the news reporter would be like, "What the hell just happened? I don't know. What was that? I don't know." And they'd all be like flabbergasted. They have no idea what just happened. Okay? So this has been going on for so long. And the fact that in 2022, that they're still pulling this and people are falling for it is insanely laughable. This is supposed to be a reputable news channel. This is supposed to be a channel that you watch every day, right? For not only celebrity gossip, but for more important news as well. And they don't vet their information at all. This just proves it. Someone just said they work for Twitter. You just put their fucking their face on the front. If anything, I'm flattered. Here's why I'm flattered. They actually felt that my picture was good looking enough to put on their show. That's remarkable.
Is that what you're getting out of this on DSP?
Enough to be on an Inside Edition in any capacity, and they actually hand selected me to be one of their employees. If you take a look, everyone else up there is pretty diverse. Take a look at everyone up there. In fact, take a look. The woman to the left of me there, an African American. To the right, I can't tell what ethnicity they are to the right of me there, but everyone else there, right, is pretty diverse. I am the representation of the middle-aged white man, I guess, when it comes to Inside Edition. Yes, this is real. People are like, that's real. I didn't Photoshop that. This is real. This was on the show. This is on their, I think this is on their YouTube page right now.
For now, until someone gets the word of like, oh, hey, we fucked up.
You know? So anyway, this is the point I'm making is they actually selected me out of all the specimens of the planet to stand out and be on their show. This is the representation of the man, the average middle-aged man who has been laid off from Twitter. Here he is. Wow. I guess I just got that kind of, I just got laid off face, don't I? Certainly, like I said, certainly not the first time it's happened to me. I've been through the ringer. Let me tell you though, that's not the face I made when I got laid off. Let me tell you though, guys,
when I was looking at the helicopter company,
I was sad as shit. You can even see the video. I have a video from 2010. That was, when I got laid off. My first reactions to it and everything.
Please bring up the helicopter company. It'd be hilarious.
There you go. So I am very upset that I've lost my position of stature and my employment over on Twitter. It is upsetting. Whenever you lose any kind of employment, it's very upsetting. I had many opportunities over there, and they're all gone now because Mr. Musk treated me so poorly. Like I said, I didn't get a severance package, so I guess I'll try to sue him or something. By the way, just so you know, this is all parody. Not the fact that they used my picture, because they absolutely did, because they're idiots. I mean, how dumb can you be? You have to be fucking brain dead to fucking do something like that and not vet it. But, I mean, it's a tabloid television show. What do you think? They're smart? Do you think the people at TMZ and fucking Inside Edition, do you think they have any brains in their heads? Come on now.
Do you think you have any brains in your head,
DSP? There's a certain kind of person who watches that shit. They deserve it. If they believe that nonsense, they kind of deserve it. But, so, all that being said, it is what it is, and I'm very upset. And I am looking for restitution. I'm coming for Mr. Musk. The sad fact is, even if someone directly sued him and won, it would probably be like 0.0000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000 because he's filthy rich. If he wasn't immune to anything because he was so rich, he would actually not act like this. But when you have a human who feels that they don't answer to anyone, there's no consequences for anything they do, they will act like this. I mean, get perfect example. He was at a party many years ago, and he tweeted out about stock valuations at $4.20. He was making a $4.20 joke to impress his friends at the party, and the entire market shifted because he tweeted this, to which he got into trouble with the SEC, and they kicked him off the board of the company that he was tweeting about. So he was no longer able to have any financial involvement with that company because they basically said you're an irresponsible jackass. You don't understand.
Yes, you are, DSP.
Can actually change the markets. So here's a penalty, and you're off the board. But did it affect him? No. He was completely immune to any true repercussions. You think he'd give a shit? No. And this is the thing: when you're so rich, you're immune to anything. He's bulletproof. So why the fuck does he care what happens, right? I wouldn't be surprised if the entire buyout of Twitter was a joke to begin with. It was meant to be a joke. Watch, look what I can do.
Probably was meant to be a joke, but then he fucks
I'm
himself.
Mr. Invincible, Mr. Omnipotent. I can just do whatever I want. I'll just buy Twitter. Fuck him. And then he did. Now he has no idea what to do with it. But, I almost guarantee it's what it was, right?
Yeah, he done fucked up.
Anyway, I'm upset. You can send your condolences to darksidephil@hotmail.com. Say how sad you are for me. The one final thing, and then we're just gonna get to shout outs, and then we're gonna do Q&A.
Q&A for
what? I throw out there is with all the new
Let's
releases
get to the gameplay
very shortly, because there's a ton of them.
Mister,
If
guys, I
anyone
gotta
would
get
like
these games beat before the new games come out.
To the
Well, you can
cost
actually
of
play the
games
game?
going up,
No, I'm not gonna play the game.
the best way to do that would be the online credits that you can get for the networks like Xbox Live, PlayStation Store, etc. And the way that you can submit them is simply emailing me at darksidephil@hotmail.com and send me the code. That would help a lot to defray the cost. Just to give you an example, here's the games that I'm interested in playing in the next month. Sonic Frontiers, God of War Ragnarok, the Atari 50th Anniversary Collection, Goat Sim 3, The Devil in Me, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I'll get one of them, Evil West, Midnight Suns, The Callisto Protocol, Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion, High on Life, although High on Life is Game Pass. And that is it for December for now. All right, but there's definitely more coming up as well. But that's just an idea. That's way more games than I'm used to handling. Yes, that's a lot of, games to buy.
That's what she
so
said.
if anyone wanted to help with that, thank you in advance. You can email me, darksidephil@hotmail.com. Okay? All right, let's get the shout-outs. So, surprisingly enough, we have nothing on the YouTube side. We actually start on the tip side of things today. We got a
Well,
dollar
super
tip
chats, guys.
from Snow
Hell!
Carl. Okay? And,
Yeah, he made well over 10K in October. He's made over $110,000 for
he
the
asked
year.
me an
But
intrusive
guys, he
business
needs
question.
more help. He
What do
needs
you
the
estimate
money.
your
He really
business
does.
profit revenue ratio to be? My business, here's what I'll answer, all right, for Snow Carl. First of all, let's get him on the leaderboard. Oops. First tipper of the day.
God, can you imagine making $110,000 and the year's not even over yet? You got 2 more months to go.
Here
But
we
it's
go.
not enough.
So Snow Carl says, yes, what is that ratio of profit to revenue? All right. What's hilarious is that he got the question wrong. I know exactly what he's trying to ask. If he wanted to ask this question properly, to intrusively get into my business, what he should have asked, okay, what is your gross versus net profit? That's the question he should have asked. But he doesn't understand business, so he asked it completely incorrectly. Okay? Now,
Way to
here's my
talk
answer.
down.
Since you're asking what is the profit to revenue ratio, I will tell you that my profit to revenue ratio is exponentially larger than yours. That's how I will answer that question. There you go. Anyway, thank you very much for the tip. We got another tip here.
You clearly knew what he meant.
Also from Snow Carl. All right. And now, here we go. It's another dumb question. I'm sorry, it just is. It's dumb. Hold on.
Way to keep talking down.
Hold on. Wait, that's not it. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong things. This is why I was wondering why it didn't come up. There we go. So here's the next
He's an
dumb
idiot.
question
By the way,
from
I'm
Snow
clicking the
Carl.
wrong things. I don't know what the fuck I'm
If
doing.
we don't hit the members goal for this month, will we still do the Christmas event?
Now.
Well, let's see how this works. Let's see some questions here. I set up a goal to support the channel. The idea of the goal is that if you hit the goal, not only does the channel get a lot of support that helps out my business, but also we do a fun celebratory event that's in line with the holiday and everyone wants to see it. It's a desirable goal. In fact, this is a goal that we've done for years and years. So it makes sense.
But you made the
People want
goal
it.
unattainable
So motivate people
without
to try
give
to
the
become a
memberships.
member, maybe give some memberships. It would help.
Yeah, he's gonna have
meet
to
that
get
goal
bots in there
because I
again.
did it this way. Okay. Now, admittedly, when I set up the goal, it was for 1,025 members. We were at 925. Now we dipped about 40 members. What are you gonna do? It happens, right?
Cry and panic and hope that
Right?
OSC shows up and gives you all
So,
the money.
let's think about this. I set up a goal for support because I have a goal that I want to hit to help the channel. If we don't hit the goal, will we still do the celebratory event?
Yeah.
I have a goal. The reward for hitting the goal is the event. Will I still give the reward if we don't hit the actual goal? No!
What a bitch. Makes you wonder if he's got it already set up with OIC or email or whoever else. You'll only do the event if you give him money, and then during the event he'll cry and beg for more money.
Really emphasizing my response with the pink face. No! Bah humbug! Ah!
What are you gonna do for Christmas if you don't do the goal?
In reality, I don't know what's gonna happen. You know, we got next week. We got.
Not like
got
you have anything
more
else going on in your life.
right?
It's not like you're gonna spend it with
Likely,
friends or
there'll be a lot of
family.
people coming to watch that playthrough and will contribute and support at that time. But admittedly, Team Ico Gamer gifted a ridiculous amount.
To show up
of
again, guys, and
memberships
hell,
in that
the
last
channel.
week of October, and that's how we ended up hitting all of our goals for the month of October and hitting over 1,000
And
members.
Team Ico is gonna show up,
right?
guys.
So if we don't hit the members' goal by, say, the third week of November, we're basically in trouble. We are. Like, we know there's going to be a giant dip. So what I would say is,
Don't remember now, guys.
let's reassess. But I would hope if we were going to have a rallying of people who were going to support the channel with memberships, that it would be within the next 1 to 2 weeks, because that's when I'm playing the hottest games. You know, again,
The hottest
Ragnarok
games,
is
guys.
the hottest game of the year outside of Elden Ring. It's the one other game that everyone's kind of saying that's the contender for game of the year, along with Elden Ring, right? So let's see what happens. I mean, ultimately, I want to do a Christmas event, but I can't just give everything away. If I do, there's no point to ever having a goal at all. You see? That's the whole point to having a motivational goal, is that there's a reward at the end, right? There's something coming if people support in a certain
Not
way.
cash, he never
Why
comes.
do the goals at all if they just get given away instantly? Like, perfect example here.
Terrible.
I kind of screwed myself over
What's
a
his
little
problem?
bit
Well,
when
everything,
it came to the
obviously.
Halloween events, because I kind of gave away
Keep on giving him enough money.
parts of the event. I already kind of told you guys, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. I was like, oh, shit. Remember the Ninja Turtle event? Boy, did I really screw myself with that one, because I could have had that set up as a whole other goal. But I had announced the Ninja Turtle pizza party early. I was like, we'll just do it, which is fine. You know, I did it just on a whim because I wanted to do it. I thought it was fun. And by the way, it went well. Everyone liked it. But I think you see the point I'm making here is that, you know, if I just give everything away constantly, then there's no motivation to ever support. You know what I mean?
Good.
So,
People shouldn't be
it's
supporting
kind of a
you.
double-edged sword. How? At what point is it too demanding? Are you asking too much from your audience? Or at one point, are you not asking enough? You got to try to find that happy medium, you know? For us, these yearly events always seem
Am I
to
not
work.
asking my fans for
People
enough
seem to be
money?
motivated
Is that
to do these
really
things
something
around
you
this
need to
time
ask,
of year.
DSP?
Um,
Am I not asking
and
my
I like
fans
that,
for
that
enough
people like to
money?
get into the
Holy
holiday
shit.
spirit, and they're very giving and everything, you know? It is the holiday season. Hey, you want to help out your fellow viewer? Give them a membership. And then that also gets us closer to our goal of special events as well, right?
Yes, he gives too much away for free. Asking himself if he's
There you go.
asking his fans for enough money.
Okay.
Holy shit.
All right, let's continue. There's a $2 tip from Nico. He says, Phil, the hour in Europe changed a week ago, so tomorrow the streams will just be normal time for us Europeans again. Yeah, that's another stupid thing. Why do the clocks change differently around the world? No one agrees on when you should even change them to begin with. So not only is it dumb that they have to change at all, but then they change differently around the world, so everyone ends up just being incredibly confused about it. Yeah, it's
You become
really
incredibly
stupid and it has
confused.
to
Not
end.
everybody.
We got to get to a point where, like, enough with the madness. Enough of being dominated by archaic, outdated
Dominated,
practices
guys. He
that
doesn't want to be
maybe
dominated.
At one point had a purpose. What's hilarious is, at least in the United States, the lawmakers can't even agree on why we're even doing it. Some people said it had something to do with the amount of daylight in the day so the farmers could farm longer, but that's been disproven. And others said it had something to do with, you know, with something else. It's just so dumb, and no one can prove what it is. Ridiculous. Electricity use or
It
something.
doesn't matter to
People
you,
use electricity
DSP.
24/7.
You
That
don't
doesn't matter if
do
it's Hyde
anything.
Park or anywhere in between, you know. Okay. I did get something on the YouTube side. We got a super chat from Israel, who did a happy face. Thank you, Israel, for the happy face super chat. I appreciate that.
You don't even get to join his Discord or anything.
Okay. Oops.
That we know he has, but it denies exists.
Can't spell. Well, I can spell. I didn't get rid of the question mark. Guys, we have lots of extra time today. I knew we weren't going to have too much to talk about on the podcast. Let's open the podcast.
So then, play the goddamn
If you guys
game.
have any questions for me, you can now tag me in the stream chat and ask me the questions. No guarantee I'm going to answer. However, now would be your chance to toss my way something that maybe is a hot
I
topic
hate
on
this
the-
idiot. Come on, man. Do you want to play the fucking game?
Oh, by the way, and I forgot to mention this, the Magic 8 Ball is still
Do
in
you
effect.
want to
If you
play
give $8 or
the
more,
game? No.
all right, at any time during the stream, all right, I will ask the Magic 8 Ball a question. In fact, watch this. Will I complete a major supervillain plotline today?
No.
It is certain. It is absolutely certain I'll finish a major supervillain. Cool.
You don't even
Thank
show
you,
it, so it could have said anything.
Emil, what's going on, Emil? Good to see you. He says there's a site called Mastodon. It's familiar to Twitter. Mastodon? I never heard of it. I'll have to look into it. Mastodon. Is pepperoni the perfect one-topping pizza? It's surely good. The only problem is if you're really not in the mood for something like a spice kick, it's not. And you're not always
Pepperoni
like
isn't that
Sometimes
spicy.
you
What
don't
the
really
fuck are you
want
talking
that.
about?
You know, there's other things as well that could be good. So it's not perfect, no. Turkey dinner or glazed ham? Oh, let's see. if it was Thanksgiving and I had or if it's just any holiday and I had a choice between a turkey dinner or glazed ham.
Turkey.
Okay. See, the thing is, there's qualifying questions here. If it's a turkey dinner with all the fixings, and what I mean by that is there's stuffing, there's gravy, right? There's all this stuff. Then I would go for the turkey dinner. But if you're purely comparing proteins, the turkey versus the ham, I would go with the ham. But if it has everything else, then I'd like the turkey dinner better. So it depends on what's with it. Okay?
I have ham whenever I fucking feel like it.
Okay.
I don't have...
Remember, for tea or coffee, flavor-wise, I prefer tea.
Turkey,
but I don't
anytime.
drink coffee for flavor. I drink coffee for caffeine. I drink it for effect. So, can I make Dead by Daylight a regular playthrough? No, not right now. Maybe in the long term, once we get through this busy gaming season, it would be something I would consider if you guys want it, but not right now. Biscuit or croissant? Oh man, that's another question, because I've had like bland croissants, and I've had very flavorful buttery croissants. Same thing with biscuits. I've had really tasty biscuits, and I've had biscuits that were dry.
That weren't robust and flavorful.
So really, it really depends on the quality of the individual, rather than I don't have a preference between the two. Chef D, Twitter firing. I appreciate that. I swear to you, I will survive. I won't give up. I won't. I will survive. Stop me.
I will survive.
Ryan Wilson feels he's the best event. I'm glad you feel that way. We'll see if we'll do one this month or not. I'm not sold on if we're gonna do it on Black Friday or not, but it's possible. Did I hear Modern Warfare 2 made $1 billion in 3 days? It's the most successful Call of Duty ever. Not surprised. After last year's failure of Vanguard and this one looking solid, I'm not surprised at all if that's the case. What's my favorite Nintendo 3DS game?
I've only ever played one, and it was Pokemon X. I have a 3DS. I have one game. Pokemon.
3D Land. One of the Super Mario 3D games. In fact, it might have been the one that we just played on Switch last year. That was originally a 3DS game, right? So that would be my favorite then. Now the sun's coming out. You gotta be joking me.
Doesn't matter if he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just gotta pretend like he does, Carlos. We should know that by now. Right, Darkwing?
Piece of shit.
He's gonna hurt himself one of these days trying to get those blinds closed.
Look at me now. Look at me now. Now I can change the settings and it won't keep doing this shit. Oh my god, now I look terrible.
You always look terrible.
Take a look at me now. I'm yellow and I have jaundice.
You're not wrong, California.
Looks like
too much
my
of shit
liver will not process my piss. Take a look at me now. Oh my god. How's that? That's too yellow. That's way too yellow, right?
Way too Simpson-y.
There we go. That looks more human. All right, I'm looking human again.
Like a pig roach.
Okay. Thank you, Hero. He likes the shirt. A shirt I've had for many, many years. One of the first shirts my wife actually bought me, many years ago, and I love this shirt.
Dun, 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 dun,
I already answered the Dead by Daylight question. I don't know why you're asking again, but open your ears. Curry, re-upped their membership for 6 months. It's sad that you never told us you worked for Twitter. Yeah, it's sad I never knew. You know, sometimes you learn new things every day. It's definitely something that I've learned as I get older, is that every day there's something new you're going to learn that you didn't know. No matter how smart you think you are, you'll get surprised by facts you hear. And, you know, this is one that definitely got to me. Okay. Would I describe myself as a sensitive individual? Absolutely. There have been days
he's
when
very
I have
sensitive.
a bad day on the internet, here on stream, people are either making fun of me,
thinnest skin
or maybe
ever.
It's a day where I show some personal weakness. And what happens
Personal
is
weakness, like when you jerked off in front of children.
I go off stream, I curl into a ball and I start to cry in a fetal position. And sometimes my wife's trying to shake me out. Sometimes I take my comforter, I completely encase myself in the comforter in a rounded motion, like I'm in a womb, and I just completely stay there for several hours. I'm inconsolable. It happens sometimes.
I only got $12 in tips, cat.
I don't know anything about
I'm
tactics.
inconsolable.
Callisto Protocol's looking incredibly good. Might be contender for Game of the Year. Maybe, but survival horror games never get that. Even, I would say, in the last many years, the best game of survival horror I played was Resident Evil 2 Remake, right? It was my Game of the Year pick, right? But
Yeah, but
other
you were
people,
wrong
oh,
anyways.
survival horror. It's kind of like, you know, also with the Oscars. You'll never see a horror movie be an Oscar-worthy contender, even if it's one of the most well-written movies you've ever seen. They'll never be. They don't. It's like, oh, it's an afterthought. There's no way that could possibly be the best of the year, which sucks. I think they should have more open mind for sure. What's for dinner? I think my wife is making a Mexican bake today, which is many different things. Ground turkey that's seasoned, like Spanish style rice, refried beans, some salsa / picante sauce, olives, enchilada sauce, tortillas, a little bit of cheese. It's really cool. It's baked and you cut it up into pieces. It's really good. When is the new Pokemon out? A couple weeks, I think. 2 weeks? 18th? Just under 2 weeks. Just under 2 weeks away. I don't know how I'm going to be covering it, to be quite frank. We're going to find out. Okay.
How about you play the game?
All right, guys, we still got lots of time, and you guys have stopped asking me questions. So that must mean that nothing's going on. You guys just think I'm a very boring, uninteresting person.
Yes, you are a very boring, uninteresting person. You're supposed to be a gameplay stream.
No.
A gameplay channel. Where's the gameplay?
Signalis. It plays like Silent Hill 2. No. When did it get added?
Mexican Bake actually
Because
sounds pretty good,
that's
though.
the problem. Why release the game now in the busiest gaming season of the year? That's pretty stupid. Fruits07, we have this membership for 10 months. He says, do you love your new TV? It seems good. Yeah. I don't. The thing is, it's a TV, right? It's not going to blow me away. My old TV wasn't that bad, so it's not like I'm going from a terrible TV to a great TV. I'm going from a pretty
You
good
just spent
TV
like
to
double
a great
on this
TV.
TV than you did on the last one,
The
though.
features that are in this thing I can't use. Can't use VRR, can't use 120 hertz, can't do 4K, can't do HDR. So with the four major features that I'm going to get out of this to make it look amazing,
Then why did
not
you spend so
working.
much for it?
Now eventually, if I upgrade my setup, I get
Why
a new PC and a new capture
did you
device, and I
spend
can
so much money
utilize
for the
most, if
TV
not
then if
all
you're not
of
going to use any of the
features?
features?
Now I might be like, holy
Jackass.
shit, I'm blown away. But I can't do any of that right now. And so, you know, the limitations are what they are. I'm basically using it at a very basic level. Okay? When I get upset, how do I manage my emotions? Well, what I do is I immediately just start lashing out at everything and everyone around me.
Yes, yes you do.
For example, during the Scorn stream, when I was so upset about the fact that the game was degrading into a pile of dog shit, and I had liked it so much at the beginning, and then on top of that, I had had a slow contributions night, I immediately turned and lashed out at my viewers incorrectly and said that, oh, how dare you, you know, why did you not support the stream? It makes me upset. When in reality, that's really stupid, that's very ungrateful, and it's very dumb to say stuff like that. But I'm a human that gets overwhelmed with emotion. So when I get overcome with emotion and it genuinely affects me, I say and do stupid things. You know? Well, can you? Well, I'll admit it. I'm not stupid. I'm not a liar. I'm not going to hide the fact that I'm weak. You know, in those things. Why can't I do 4K and stream in 1080? You can't do that. Doesn't work that way. These consoles don't do dual out or anything like that. You have one video feed. That's all you have. And what that video feed is what you get. So my capture device can only take 1080. If I try to put 4K in there, capture device doesn't work. That simple. When did the Sonic series jump to Shark, and which Sonic title?
You're not wrong, Metal. If you spend more money, it's better, right,
Sonic
guys?
Adventure 1 was actually quite good. With
As
all the
DSP says
shortcomings.
over and over and over
A lot
again.
of people love Sonic Adventure 2. I don't. But a lot of people
The
love
TV
it.
he got was
I think the
roughly
one that
$800 to
everyone
$900.
agrees on is the one where they went wrong.
Because it comes with a
Sonic
bunch of
06.
features.
And have they ever really?
Yeah, he just said
recovered
he's not
from
going to
Sonic
use.
06? Sonic Colors was great, but it was a side scroller for the most part. And then you look at Sonic Generations, which was a combination of all these different formulas. That was pretty good. But then everything they've done since then is kind of disappointing. You know, I never played Sonic in the Secret Rings. I never played Sonic the Werehog. I never played Sonic in the Sword of Truth, or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know what those games are. I never played those. Sonic Boom. Oh my god, remember that? What's my favorite Halo game? Probably still Halo 3.
Halo 1.
Scoring would have been better without
Although Halo 2
I mean,
was pretty
scoring would
good,
have been
too.
better. There's so many things you could say scoring could have been better. If it was a pure puzzle game with a lot of atmospheric gore and horror, if it actually had real gunplay in it, rather than what they pretended was gunplay and was not. You know, there's a million things you could do, but it's neither here nor there. The game's over. Right? Scallywag.
But he can't see the monitor, dude, because he refuses to wear his glasses.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's
Yeah,
absolutely
he could have
true.
gotten a
Physical
monitor,
activity,
had
if
it
you're
set a
upset
lot
about
closer,
anything,
has a
physical
144
activity
hertz and all
can make you
that.
feel better. Simply by burning energy and calories, you can get your body
$900
into
on the
a different
TV
kind
that he's
of,
not going to
like,
use the features for.
rhythm, and then
There's
you
the whole point of why it costs so
don't care as
much.
about the thing that's
Because it
upsetting
comes with
you. That's
features.
100% correct. The problem is for me,
You could have gone to
I'm here
Walmart and
in
spent
my
$300 to get
office
just
all
a
day
TV.
long, so when
No
I get upset
features.
about something on stream, I don't have that outlet. What am I going to do? So I
But
start doing
guys,
some
it's not more
jumping
expensive,
jacks
so that
and
means it's
on
not
stream,
better.
you know? I've never been to Mexico. What's up, Bob D? How are you?
I've never
Nathan,
been to
it's
Mexico.
okay
I've been
that
to
you're
Texas,
late.
but never been to Mexico.
Do I think Game Pass is getting stale, says Nico. Oh, here's the thing. All of these things, all right? All of these things are going to be stale after a while. There's no way that you can stay on a high level, all right, when it comes to this kind of stuff. There's no way at all. You're going to have some months that are going to be amazing. Oh, my God, look at all these Game Pass games that I'm playing. And then you're going to have months where there's, like, nothing, right? Like, right now, if I just take a look right now on my Xbox Series X, okay? So, Plague Tale Requiem, Game Pass game. Proteus, Game Pass game. Disney Dreamlight Valley, Game Pass game. Okay? Anything else? Nothing else that I'm currently playing, but coming up, High on Life, Game Pass game. You see? So right now, there's a ton of stuff that I'm playing over the next few months that makes sense for me to have Game Pass. Okay? Come January, February, maybe not so much. Maybe come January, February, things will slow down, and there really will not be much of a reason to have Game Pass, right? So
You're not going to get a
if
Game
you
Pass,
look
so you're
at
going
the
to keep it
situation,
forever.
And maybe for some people, 1 month you keep it, 1 month you don't. I had PlayStation Plus Premium for 2 months, 3 months, I forget how many, and I downgraded it. I downgraded it back. And you might say, now why would you do that? It's only a few dollars savings. Because there's no reason to keep it at all if I'm not playing any of the games on it. I'm not. I haven't even booted it up in months. So why am I going to keep that service? I think for some people, there'll be a benefit to keeping it forever. And for others, it's month to month. It really depends, right? Same thing with the games that they add. Some months they'll probably add a bunch of great new games, and other months it's just very slow. Or some months they remove a lot, and then you get disappointed. Like, that's what just happened with Bassmaster for me. Here's a playthrough we did all summer into the fall. Oops, game's being removed. Well, I guess that's the end of my playthrough, because I'm not dropping $40 to buy that thing, digitally. I'm not stupid, right?
Yes, you are. You bought the hat. You bought the lures. You spent more than $40 on the hat and the lures.
Just came out. Well, there you go.
You really can't just spend
What I
$40
would say
to
is
do
you guys know I have
Bassmaster,
no time
really?
to play anything additional right now. Save that game, because you know what's going to happen December, January. We're going to be looking for stuff to do. I would absolutely like that as a suggestion later if you could, okay? Oh, my neck. Hero, I agree and disagree. He says 60 frames per second makes a game so much better. I'm happy most of this generation's games are 60 frames. Depends on the style of game. If you're talking about a game that is competitive,
His leg's bouncing. He's doing the leg bouncing right now.
Incredibly fast reactions.
You see his tits
Okay.
bounce. He's doing the leg bounce.
I always want 60 frames. Call of Duty, and
That's
fighting
1, 2,
game.
3. How's it going?
But take a look at Plague Tale Requiem. Here's a game that's running at 30 pretty consistently. I don't think you need it for that game. That game's mostly puzzles, a little bit of combat here or there, but it's slow paced. It's not like any action-packed combat or anything. The game looks fine at 30, and because it's at 30, they're able to pull things off with the graphics that they probably would never have been able to pull off at 6. Can you imagine animating all those rats at 60 frames? It'd be insane. But for me, I do like 60. I'm very happy. This console gen, PS5 and Xbox Series X, in my opinion, is living up to the expectations. Last console gen, Xbox
Why
One
is
and
your
PS4
leg
did not.
bouncing?
They promised amazing breakthroughs in graphics and everything. We didn't see that. All we really saw was games getting longer and a lot more games going open world, because those consoles could handle that for the first time. Outside of that, there wasn't that much graphical improvement. Take a look at Last of Us on PS3 and compare it to games on PS4. You know what I'm saying? Like, those last end-of-life cycle games...
Talking about how much he
on
hates 60
consoles
frames because
were
he
very
doesn't see the
close to
difference.
that current gen when it was the current gen.
Yeah, 60 frames no different than 30 frames.
But this gen, with everything pushing to 60 frames, that's a big jump. That, I feel, is very good. No, I will let you guys know if and when I have updates on the interview. I'll be honest, I haven't talked to anyone about the interview in many days. I've been so busy. Right now, I know I wouldn't even have a chance to do it. What it is, I basically have 3 major candidates who I'm interested in doing the interview with. Okay? I haven't really heard back from anyone else since then. And yes, since everyone's going to ask, that includes Moist Critical. I didn't think he was going to contact me about it anyway. He's the kind of guy that every once in a while he'll watch.
They got to reach out to me, me.
He's not going to want.
Why don't you talk to them? No, I'm not going to talk to them.
He doesn't care.
They got to get a hold of me.
Okay.
Apologize to me for shitting on me before.
Pretty sizable content creators on the internet, larger YouTubers.
Exactly. No one's going to kiss his ass.
All in doing the interview, and every one of them wants to do the interview in a completely different way. All three of them have presented me with something as a completely different situation. At this point, I know I don't have time to do it.
You're not wrong. 1, 2, 3.
We're gonna go through this busy gaming season, and then possibly when things start coming down, then I'm gonna reassess and go back to probably start talking to them again and figure out what's the best for me. Okay. For now, I don't see the point in trying to schedule it when I know it's just gonna put me even further back. Okay. Okay. I've never been to Hawaii. Snowcurl says, did I consider 1 or 2 days a week doing a longer daytime stream and taking the night off and getting more gameplay in on a good game? No. Why? The way it's set up now, already by the time I'm done with my first stream, a lot of the times I'm tired, I'm starving. You know, what would end up happening is I would have to still take a break anyway, and people would just be disappointed. You know, people like the fact that there's a big chunk of gameplay, unhindered, pretty much. They want that. You know, right? If I'm doing a major stream and it's like, oh, it's a 6-7 hour stream, it's just a marathon stream. It's the same as my marathons, right? But those marathons,
6 hours is not a marathon.
Food and stuff. So it would undermine it. It's not going to happen.
6 hours is not a marathon.
Okay. Any other questions, anybody?
Stop paying at yourself and then eating it. Gross.
I don't know anything about a game called Security Breach. Never heard of it. Excuse me. How's Kat doing? She's doing well. She's doing well. That's all you need to know. Nothing else going on. No, I've not read any poems recently. The only poems I read are the haikus that DC writes for me here on the streams, and they're very good. Would I ever play DayZ? I have no clue. I don't know why people would want us to play DayZ in 2022, 2023. Final Fantasy 16 will get a playable demo before it launches. That's cool. I'll probably check it out.
Well, the thing is, even when he does like a 10-hour marathon,
they're good. They were groundbreaking.
There'll be an hour-long break.
You know, the combination of narrative with first-person action and
you do a 10-hour marathon, and 3 hours of it is pre-stream and breaks.
Blew everyone away.
That's not a marathon.
They're a great franchise that stands in history.
Oh, what was that? It was like I think it was the Fallout New Vegas.
Any shows? All the show we're watching right now is X-Files.
And in the end, he didn't even have 6 hours of gameplay.
So
there wasn't even 6 hours of gameplay.
We get hooked on shows and we keep watching them.
We spent so much time with pre-stream.
Been going? Good. It's exactly the same.
And on break that he didn't have even 6 hours of gameplay. That's not a marathon.
When I can squeeze it in, but there's really nothing to report there. It's the same.
Like shit, when I did 9 hours of Ghostbusters,
yeah, when I was a kid, I had stuffed animals, of course.
Like, did I want to do a marathon? Go plus 12 plus? Sure. Well, but then my buddy wanted to hang out. It's like, all right, well, fuck, I'm gonna go do that instead.
The last thing I'm thinking
about. Guess what? Not a marathon. It's only 9 hours.
The recent game from that game studio. How much do I weigh? Too much. I should lose some weight. I don't know. I haven't weighed myself in a while. Last time I weighed myself, I was about 210, I think. But I'm probably between.
I was saying not a chance to have weight 210, but then again, zero muscle.
And it depends.
Matt weighs
That's about what
weighs less than muscle, so maybe he is.
When I was in high school,
210.
The doctor told me for my height and my ideal weight should be around 185 to 190. If I'm ever above that, that's basically extra weight that I shouldn't have, that I should strive to lose. So, yes, I've seen Better Call Saul. I like the first 2 seasons. What kind of soda water am I drinking? It is seltzer water, flavored seltzer water from a grocery store. No sugar. My car was fixed and it's been out of the shop for a while, Snow Carl. You were way behind on that. I don't have a fake for Pokemon.
Yeah, he has so many tells when he lies, like that fake laugh.
When I was younger, I worked out in my basement, which was my dad's gym, and now I go for walks and things in my neighborhood. Snowcurl says, I look lighter than 210. I look like 185, 190. If that's the case, that's because I'm tall. I'm about just under 6 feet.
What happened to 5'12"?
So
here's the claim you were 5'12".
Wait, it's basically all kind of distributed here. It's like that spare tire deal, you know. You don't see it on my arms. You wouldn't see it on my legs. My legs are really skinny and muscular. It's really just right there that it's all on. So, am I excited for Devil Inside Me? I'll be honest, I would have been more excited last month. It kind of sucks that it's coming out in the middle of November rather than October. I'm still pumped for it, but I don't know if I'm going to be as excited. Plus, it looks like Saw, which, you know, we've all seen Saw movies. We know what they're like. This is basically going to be a game that's an interactive sauce. I don't know if I'm as sold as previous games in Dark Pictures. I guess we'll see. Will I ever return to Minecraft? I have no idea.
Unless you guys pay me for it.
Sweets, the same answer I always give is if you could do things over again, what would you do differently now knowing today versus your past? I just wouldn't share as much personal stuff. I would have kept pretty much all my personal stuff under wraps. It would have been, here's who I am on camera, presenting to you stuff about what I want you to know about, and let's keep this half of my life separate. That really was what I went along over the years.
Stayed up all night studying for a drug test. Sounds like him.
Telling you guys pretty much everything transparently on streams and in videos. And people basically...
Yeah, he's so tall guy. Yeah, he really said 5'12".
You know, if I kept a lot of things under wraps and quiet...
He was like, I'm not 6 foot, I'm 5'12", was his exact quote. I'm not 6 foot, I'm 5'12".
Like transparency was key.
He's a fucking moron.
A person in a key group of people who was becoming prominent for doing internet content. And I thought, hey, if I just am transparent and I let you know how things are going all the time, that's better than kind of hiding stuff. But at the same time...
Let's see if Big Go finds it.
You know, it definitely came back to bite me. So...
It's
no, my
been a while since you
nowhere
last
near as
said
tall
it.
as me. Neither is my mother. So they don't know why I'm so tall. They have no clue. I'm taller than both of them. I don't know which Pokemon I'm
Typing in
I have no clue.
5'12" doesn't bring up his... I'm not 6 foot, I'm 5'12" quote.
You're welcome, fan of Lovecraft. No, I don't have kids.
Right.
Sweets agrees with me on, you know, the sharing of information.
6.
There's no new friend request ridicule coming.
Yeah.
Scallywag McGee says...
It's so old it happened on his Dark Side Phil channel, not the DSP Gaming.
I'm just under 6 feet
That's
tall.
why I can't find it, because it happened on Dark Side
5'11",
Phil, not DSP
So I
Gaming.
recorded as 5'11".
Oh, yeah, he's no taller than 5'10". If he was actually 6 foot, or 5'12", as he claims, John Rambo would be like 6'6", when they stay next to each other.
Kagome, you and me are on the same page. I'm ready for God of War. I'm geared up for it. Me too. I can't wait for it. It seems like it's going to be insanely good. I love 2018, so can you imagine if the sequel is better on every front, how good it's going to be? I kept telling people earlier this year when Elden Ring came out, everyone was like, oh, that's it, game of the year. Nothing will beat it. And I was like, guys, you don't understand something. Elden Ring excels for many reasons. Improved combat, right? Better traversal. Lots of gameplay content. Some interesting bosses, right? We can admit there's a lot of good things about Elden Ring. But FromSoft has always come up short in certain ways. Storytelling. The storytelling of its games is not very good. When you have to delve into the lore of the game by memorizing, or excuse me, by scrutinizing the descriptions of certain items and things, and you have to piece things together for yourself because it's not already...
Because the game doesn't hold your hand, guys. It's bad storytelling.
That's a problem. And
it didn't hold my hand. I mean, it's bad.
But the common person doesn't want to read a bunch of logs to figure out what the fuck the game's about. Okay? In addition, the graphics of Elden Ring were just not that good. They were good, but they weren't groundbreakingly amazing. And they didn't really take advantage of current-gen consoles.
Terrible.
So, there's a few shortcomings to the game. I also felt that the game became very grindy and repetitive and reused way too many assets too often in the game. Okay? God of War very well may have some of these problems as well, but I almost guarantee you the storytelling is going to be way better. You'll care way more about the characters. It's going to be something gripping and emotional that's going to be with you. That's how God of War 2018 was. So I almost guarantee that's what the sequel will be. So
I doubt it.
We'll see what happens. But for me, I'm definitely eyeballing it as a Game of the Year contender. We'll see. I got a tip here, $10 tip. Anonymous, they did not put their name in the tip. Says, Phil, if you were to make Dead by Daylight a routine game that you play, I'd happily get you all the DLCs. I would love to watch you play more of it. 4K hours on it myself. Have a good one. So I've got an offer, an open offer, that if I decide to play Dead by Daylight more regularly, they would buy me all the DLCs. Well, here's the thing. I appreciate the offer, and I would say let's keep that a possibility.
But I hate the game.
You know I'm not going to have opportunity to do that anytime soon. I mean, with everything that's happening in gaming right now. But definitely, as you know, when earlier in the year, you know, or I should say when late this year or early next year strikes, and when everyone's kind of looking around and saying, hey, what's Phil doing next? Because he beat all the new games, and we're looking for late night streams and things like that.
What kind of clip is
it
that?
Would absolutely be a possibility, and I'll keep it open, and I would say let's reassess at that point, okay?
You don't want to remind
Hero
people that
says
took
they
you
said
like
that the goal
4
of God of War
streams like your
Ragnarok side
closet.
quest was to be better than The Witcher 3. That's awesome if it delivers. I agree. I
It's not
absolutely
gonna be better than
agree.
Witcher
I
3.
want
Witcher
side
3 was
quests to feel
fantastic,
meaningful.
especially with the DLC.
Nah, oh, this was a
God, Witcher
hour-long
3 is
grind
such a
to get
good
a piece of
game.
armor. No, I want it to be, wow, unique enemies, unique puzzles, unique location, a really cool, you know, boss that's optional and unique as well, story elements to that boss that make it feel like a part of the lore of the world. Sadly, we don't get that often, you know?
Terror.
She's another dollar tip.
Just Turbo Cora. We're gonna have to pin that though.
Let's see here. I watched one of your detractors' documentaries on you. It has undeniable evidence. All right, I'm just gonna, in summary, in one clear statement to everyone, because I'm not gonna talk about drama today. It's so stupid. In one clear statement to all of you. All right.
Excuse me.
Here's what I have to say about the secret limited video and everything else. Okay.
Amazing how you knew who he was talking about.
Anyone who believes it is gullible and wrong. Do you want to know why? Because I know that it's not true. If I know that it's not true, that the stuff that they're saying about me is fabricated, then I know that nothing that's in there can be right. However, likely, as I've always told you guys, there's probably little nuggets of truth in there.
Nugget of truth, he said it!
That's correct. That somehow gets extrapolated into 5 more by guesses, suppositions, assumptions, and logic jumps. If you could get through anyone's documentary about me without 10 logic jumps, I would applaud you. But the thing is, there is absolutely no concrete evidence of anything they're saying. There just isn't. You know, all the things that they claim were the big bombshells are not. None of them tied to me, nor can be actually associated with me. It's just an
Chicken
assumption.
nugget of truth.
Oh, well, we kind of know this about Phil, so then see, this is kind of in line with it, so it must be true. That's not fact. That's logic jumps, conspiracy. It's bullshit. And that's what I mean. I know none of it can be true because it's not. I know for myself it's not, so I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he goes on about
I'm
it
not
for 10
desperate
minutes,
to
right?
run out there and have to try to defend myself because I know it's all fake anyway. The problem is someone like you who just gives me $1 and says, "Oh, it's all in there." It's not. It's fake. The Secret Limited is the same fucking person who did the documentary about my escort years ago, which doesn't exist. It didn't exist at all.
Yes,
It was
it
all
did.
fake.
You
But
were
that got
totally
proven to be
flying a woman
disproven, and
across
guess
the
what?
country
Did they
while
ever do a
crying that you were
follow-up video to
broke.
say that it was disproven? Nope. They still got that video up there as if it's fact.
The only thing we got wrong was the name of the person. That was it. The only thing wrong about that was the name of the person. The person's name was Cat St. Jean or St. John, whatever the fuck her last name was. It was 100% true. You were literally taking pictures of you wearing long sleeves going, "Guy, I can't turn the heat on because I have no money, help!" While paying for a woman to fly round trip across the country from Michigan. You paid a woman multiple times. Multiple times to fly round trip from Michigan to Seattle and back while taking pictures of you in long sleeve shirt crying, "Guy, I'm broke, I can't turn the heat on. Please help." 100% fucking true. They just got the name of the person wrong. Shut the fuck up.
It's the same person. So, I mean, it just follows suit. It's the same shit based on the same nonsense on the internet, and people believe it because they're dumb. Sorry if you're dumb or gullible. I can't help you to not be dumb or gullible. The problem is people on the internet want to be. They want to be led down that path of toxicity and drama. They have fun.
Well,
Oh, it's
it's
fun.
bouncing
Find out this is bad,
1.75 speed.
It's all fucking bullshit. You know? And I know, in my core, I know it's bullshit because none of it's real, so I'm not going to sit here and worry about it. Okay. Last chance if anyone wants to ask me a question here. You missed that one. That's really where it all started. It all started when people realized they couldn't really do much about my content anymore. That my content, when I changed and became a full-time streamer, I stopped doing the sexualized jokes. I stopped doing the generalized racial comedy. I toned down my content for a more general audience because if I was going to be a full-time streamer, I had to.
You stopped the generalized racial comedy, really, Mr. Slave Trade? Mr. Rapper, I'm getting ready for the slave trade.
For the better, they now changed their focus from
You're not wrong, Josh Rum.
content of my streams to all this drama shit from offline that has nothing to do with it. They started literally inventing things left, right, up, and down that were all bullshit. And it started with the escort bullshit. Oh, Phil has an escort. He pays to visit him, and he pretends it's his girlfriend.
You were paying someone to visit you. You were straight up paying Kat to come out and visit you. You know, she wasn't paying for those flights.
All complete lies. Then they moved on to the next thing, and it just kept compounding.
What next thing? What next? Notice how he always says the next thing, but he never says what the next thing was.
You know, And the thing is, some things that get disproven, they won't mention the escort thing anymore because that one was concretely disproven. But if there's ever one thing that cannot be concretely disproven because to do so would actually put me or my family at personal risk, they latch onto it as if it's fact. You know, the thing is though, the things that get disproven, they always find other things anyway. So what's the point of ever disproving anything if they just move on to something new that's equally stupid? You know, Main Vega, the super chat says, will I stay in Washington after I retire? I don't think I'll ever retire. I don't see how I ever will. The retirement age originally was in the 50s. Now it's in the late 60s. But that's usually if you already have savings, if you have Social Security. The way things are going, Social Security may not even exist in the United States by the time I'm of retirement age. In which case, I will never get to retire. I really don't foresee ever retiring. I don't see how I ever would.
That is just pathetic that he will never retire because he'll never save up money.
That's just a really fucked up way to say it, but it is. It's true. Our country's fucked.
Not everyone is you, DSP. Not everyone goes, thanks for $100 tip, turn around, 1651, 1651, 1651, 1651. You do that. You get a $100 tip, you immediately blow it on WWE Champions. Everyone else does. When someone makes $10,000 a single month, they pay all their bills, they take away half of what I got left over, goes to my savings account, the other half goes into my checking account. That way, if I want to go out with friends, I can do that. You're the only, well, not the only one, but you're the only that I'm currently following that does that. You're the only person that goes, all right, paid all my bills. Well, most of them anyways. Then I spent the rest of the WWE Champions. I was going to stream tomorrow and grind. The vacuum cleaner broke. Help!
I feel that someone whose name is Shitbag just probably shouldn't be in my chat, so goodbye. You probably get a better fucking name than that. Idiot.
Wow, way to ban someone just because of their name. But he's so tolerant, guys. He has the thickest skin on the internet. Guys, don't you understand? He's not as sensitive. He doesn't have thin skin.
And 2 more tips that just came in.
Yes, but he's not poor. He needs you. Yes, you to step up and give him all your money. But he's not poor.
Yeah, here is. Same guy, took the dollar, saying the same shit. So, again, no. There's no reason to formally respond to something that's mostly bullshit. I've already responded to
Mostly bullshit.
I've already given outright responses to all of it here on the channel, but no one wants to emphasize that. This is the other point I want to be publicly interviewed. All the things that people say about me that are negative, I've already publicly refuted and responded to very logically. But no one wants to listen to the responses. They just want to
because it's lying bullshit.
So, the Secret Limited documentary. Yeah, everything in there has already been disproven. I already said, no, that's fake. This is, this is real. This is partially real. Here's the truth of the matter. It's all been done. But it's been done right here on DSP Gaming, and no one wants to pay attention to what I say on my own channel. They just want to reiterate the toxic shit outside of my channel as an echo chamber. So, there you go. Cooper did a $5 tip. This is the biggest tip of the day, I believe. No, second biggest. Sorry, Cooper. I thought I was going to be able to update the leaderboard, but no.
I thought I was going to update the leaderboard, but no. I'm sad now I don't get to update the leaderboard. Sorry.
My favorite Jewish streamer. Wow. I'm not Jewish, but I would not assume the cultural identity of anyone else. I'm not Jewish. It's another thing, too. People claim I'm not Italian. It's hilarious. Phil's not Italian. He made all that up. All right. Good for you. Anyway, I guess it's time to end the pre-stream, my friends. All right?
Finally.
Sound good? Ooh. All right. What's funny is History Fact Bot 3000 says this would all go away if Phil ignored it, but he's pathologically incapable of doing that. How do I ignore it when people bring it up every day? Like,
by ignoring it. If someone tipped me $5 in my chat, some like, oh, I heard you were actually, who was the serial killer who's around recently that hasn't gotten caught? Whatever random serial killer wasn't caught. I heard that was you. Like, well, that's not. I'm not even gonna address that. You know how you do that? By not addressing it. All you gotta do is not address it. Look at it go, thanks for the tip. And then ignore it. Or in the past, he's gotten a tip and like, well, you're a troll, so I'm not gonna add that to the leaderboard. So you wouldn't even have to add it to the leaderboard. You wouldn't even have to add it to the leaderboard. Be like, you're a troll, so I just charge it back. I'm not even gonna add that to the board. So hey, you got a $2 tip and you don't even add to the board because they're a troll. You don't even have to address it then.
Like literally every day on a stream, someone's tipping and asking. You saw this guy just literally brought it up. I didn't bring it up. Why the hell do I care about it? If they bring, are you saying that I should ignore them then?
Yes.
If someone ever brings up these memes, just ignore them. Don't ever address them. Is that your advice? I'm actually asking.
Yes.
Like, just don't ever address it. So say, thanks for the $1 tip. That's nonsense. I'm not addressing. Move on. Because I could do that, but then what ends up happening is, oh, he's ungrateful. See, he skipped what that person said, and that becomes the new me. You see? Okay. All right. In fact, I might have an opportunity to do that right now. Yep, here we go. This is it. Here we go.
So ignore it. And continue
Very good.
on.
$1 tip. It was about the nonsense. All right, thanks for the tip. Ignoring it for the advice I just got. Done. I listened to it. I just directly responded to you. No, I'm not. He just tipped again. He wants me to address it. I'm not going to address it. So thanks for the $1 tip. Okay, Main Vega did another super chat. He says, you know, your channel just had 1,000 subs. You're getting good growth. You're definitely going to be able to retire. Here's the thing, though. My growth is very slow. I am getting growth. In fact, if you take a look, out of this year, there is a growth trajectory. There was 1 month that was on the lower side, but everything else is on a slow growth trajectory. And again, if I feel like if I stay the course, I continue to listen to you guys and improve, there will be very slow growth. The problem is I'm never going to get an exponential growth situation. And I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to keep doing it. I'd like to keep doing this as long as I can. Like I said, I'm likely going to have to diversify and do different things in the long run. I don't think I'm going to be able to keep doing this style forever. Like I said, maybe diversify from not just gaming, but doing other talking topics and things like that. You know, we'll see. Okay, are we good? Thank you all for an episode of the podcast. I've been trying to take as much advice as I can recently. I really am. As people who concretely seem to come by and actually care. They're not just being dicks, but they're actually caring. And they're like, this is what we think. So here's what I'm going to do. All right, this is what I've been trying to do recently. You know, try not to bring up, you know, money. Try not to do what people consider e-begging. I've been trying to cut down on that dramatically and just let the streams be what they are. You know, I'll mention the goals. I'll bring it up if, you know, it's something that we're near, like, oh, we're about to hit a goal or whatever. But outside of that, I just let it be and I don't harp on it, right? Now we got someone who just gave me advice. They said, if anyone tries to goad you into talking about those fucking memes, just ignore them completely. I'm literally gonna take this advice. And if I do it, you call me out. I'm officially stating this to the internet. If
Call me out so I
me
can
falling
ban you
back to those
for
bad practices,
insulting me in
call
my
out
chat,
and
guys.
please relax. And that's exactly how you should say.
He did
Phil,
talk
please
about
relax.
it,
Please
realize.
relax.
Spent
I
about
probably
20
will
minutes talking about how he didn't know
Because
you even worked for
when you say
them.
stuff like that, then I realize I'm getting too worked up about bullshit. I'm like, you know what? They're right. Relax. There's nothing important here. And I will, and I'll calm down. But I need your help. Because again, I'm just a flawed human, and I need help.
I need you guys to do my job for me, guys.
Going a little bit too much.
Guys, you need to do the job for me.
Sound good? All right. I just got another $5 tip.
I don't
Malcolm,
think your
you
wife
haven't
would
been on in a while,
appreciate
so I
that,
wanted to check in.
JDX.
Yesterday, I want to check in with you. Also, I'm sorry to hear about your recent car troubles, things like that happen. Best to have money saved up to cover emergency costs. Have a great stream. I completely agree with you, and I wish I did. I really wish I did have that kind of stuff. You know, it would help tremendously if I were able to have that. I don't have it right now. My goal is to have it again, you know, at some point. You're absolutely right. You need stuff to fall back on. By the way, I owe you guys 2 $5 animations, I believe. So I'll just click this twice, and it should play twice in a row. And then Pays for 20 did a anthropomorphic lemon blowing a kiss super sticker. That is very weird, but it's also silly. So let's get him up on the leaderboard.
He's trying to do no big November, but it hasn't gone well.
A double Phil swimming in cash animation for you, coming back to back here. All right. Are we good? All right, guys. Thank you.
Boogie's pretty lazy, too.
And, no, most people do not get banned for calling me out. They get banned for
Can you
insulting
imagine
me or
being
being
that
wrong.
fucking
Yeah.
lazy where it's like,
literally right now.
yeah, he's lazy, but he's lazy
going
as
off
this
the deep
person.
end,
I mean, that
talking
guy's
about
lazy
this
too, but
stupid
this
thing
guy's
again,
also
just
very
ignore them,
lazy.
for your own good.
So
please
fucking
relax.
lazy.
If you literally said that in chat and I read it, I'd be like, you're absolutely right, and I'd listen. But the thing is, people don't know how to go about doing things in a very calm, rational way. If people insult me and say nasty things, then I'm going to get upset. You see, there's difference. There's constructive versus non-constructive criticism.
But all criticism of you is not
Right?
constructive because you hate them.
There you go. Okay, guys, thank you. Thanks for watching. And, oh, there's also one thing that I forgot that's really important that I need to talk about, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, fuck. That's for like another 3 weeks. Why are you doing this now?
Positively disturbing. All right, let's get ready for gameplay. I do have to take a leak before we start, but it'll be very quick.
It's going to be a quick break, guys, for him to spend all the tips he's already gotten. 27,000 tips, guys. That's almost
So I got
two
the
spendings of
blinds closed
1651.
now because the sun came out before. I got frustrated. I said, forget it. I want natural light, but it's just not agreeing with me. We'll just have the blinds closed for today. Excuse me.
Right to the microphone, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to mute the mic. I'm just going to run next door, use the bathroom. I'll be right back, and then we'll begin.
Yeah, LTG skips leg day every day. Doesn't even put up a slideshow or turn on a song or anything. Nope. Walks away to leave absolutely nothing. So entertaining. He needs a big house. He can't live in an apartment. He needs a giant ass house, guys. Don't you understand? DSP does that. It's what he does. I'm gonna sit here and watch this going on. Instead of, oh, I don't know, playing one of his songs with slideshow going or something. Leave the fans with something. Besides you burping and then walking away. It's almost 4 o'clock. The Tennessee-Georgia game's going on. Once it's done this stream, I'm gonna have to turn that game on. Should be a great game. Alright, let's check college football scores. Oh yeah, they just started. 14-25 in the first quarter. Started. Oregon's already up 7-0. Oh, Ohio State's playing Northwestern. Ooh, it's 21-7. Not closer than I thought that was gonna be. Figured Ohio State would have blown them out of the water. The TCU beat Texas Tech. Not a big deal. Ooh, UNC and Virginia were way closer than I thought they were gonna be. Tulane stumped Tulsa. Started. Lots of games on the watch today. He's made $27 in tips, plus a lot more in super chats. But he doesn't keep track of those because he doesn't get those right away. Good point. He made sure to burp into the microphone, then mute it. Like, you could have muted it first, really? I too realized he needs the gated community to stop Evil AJ from getting in. Wow, what a quick break. And we're about to hit 2 hours for the pre-stream. But remember, guys, he wants to beat all these games before the new games come in so he has time to play them. 2-hour pre-stream. Two-hour pre-stream, but he wants to get through the games and beat them as fast as possible. So we sit here in silence, waiting forever. Ooh, that's not good, Darkwing. It's been pretty windy here. You can hear the waves coming in. Yeah, he'll say it's not a pre-stream because he took the banner down, but no gameplay makes it a pre-stream. And there it is in about 10 more seconds. 9. Oh, not even 10 seconds. Less than 5 seconds. Bam, 2-hour pre-stream. Thank you, DSP, for the amazing content. This is what everyone wants to see every day. Dun 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 dun. Faster. Just sitting here listening to the sound of silence. Did he strain a little too hard trying to poop and he burst a vessel in his brain like Elvis? And he just never returns. Nope, there's the Gouty Ghoul. The Gouty Ghoul has returned.
Okay, let's get started. Looks like there was a dollar tip.
Uh-oh. Then my internet dies.
Gamer Guy thinks I'm doing a disservice by not unlocking each character's knighthood skill tree in Gotham Knights because it's a big part of the game in his opinion. If you haven't noticed, I am doing the quests, and it is ticking down on the requirements for each knighthood. If ever I'm playing with a character and it said all I had to do was the tutorial, I would just do the tutorial and finish it. But if you haven't noticed, it still says I haven't done enough, right?
He's playing Gotham Knights eventually,
my style
someday.
of alternation between the characters hasn't really allowed me to focus in on one enough to complete their knighthood objectives. So, we'll see. I guess we'll check in and we'll see how we're doing on that, okay? Thank you, Europe Gaming, for re-upping your membership. He said, love and support. Keep up your amazing content. Thank you very much, Europe Gaming. I appreciate that. Okay. What's weird about that is it did not show up in my queue here. Let's try reloading. That's fine. Okay.
Two hours and 3 minutes.
Hello, Virgorio. How are you? Welcome, Virgorio. Europe Gaming just gifted a membership. Who's going to get it? Who's going to be the lucky receiver?
Probably no one.
Cause like a
seagull. You'll be playing the Disney game, I think, tomorrow night, he said.
Like a seagull.
I got somewhere under here. Oh, that's later today. Later today, he'll be playing a Disney game. It's his late stream today. No reason.
Let's continue. Shall we? Does it snow in my city? Sometimes. We don't get a ton of snow. When we get a snow, usually it's just very light. If we get snow that accumulates, it's a rarity. And if we do get it, usually everyone here panics. Even if it's only just a few inches, they freak out and close everything because they don't know how to handle it. It's pretty silly. Okay.
Back so soon, Miss Golden.
Let's resume, everybody.
Still no gameplay.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, welcome back to Gotham Knights. How you doing?
2 hours and 4 minutes.
Last time around, we've been playing with Jason Todd a bit and did some side content with Mr. Freeze. They won't shut up whenever I'm here. And then we continued on with the main story with the Court of Owls. Then we had Barbara Gordon going around the city and doing sneaking because she cannot be detected by the cameras. And I think we have another one of those missions actually that's become available. So that might be what we actually start with.
All right, he's actually gotten to the actual gameplay where he gets very boring. And they're probably thinking, what do you mean, more boring? I do not watch the gameplay. He's so fucking boring. He's so bad at everything. And I might eventually play this game. It does look cooler than what the previews and the reviews are making it out to be. I might actually play it in the future, but only when it's on sale. Like one of those, oh, hey, you got it for 60% off. So yes, guys, we had to sit there for 2 hours and 4 minutes before we actually started gameplay. On a gameplay stream. On a gameplay channel. We used to do the King Hate vlogs for his non-gaming stuff, but obviously that channel died. As did KO Gaming. And Darkside Phil. And everything else he's ever touched. Including DSP Gaming. Only finally broke 200,000 subs because of OIC and Team Ico and email and all the other sock accounts. Making enough sock accounts to actually get him over to 200,000 threshold. Congratulations. Oh, thing is though, this KO Gaming's been around since 2015. I have more views than he does on KO Gaming. Haha. In the words of Nelson from Simpsons, I got more views than your KO Gaming. Because you let KO Gaming die. Because you weren't making enough money off of it. Mind you, he was making money on it. It just wasn't enough in his opinion. Guys, I spent 20 minutes making a review and only made like $50, guys. It's not worth my time. I mean, if I can only make $50 on a 20-minute review, guys, it's not worth it. Can you imagine getting $50 for a 20-minute review and then crying that it's not enough? Mind you, there's no $50 in the first week that the video was out. Oh wow, no, after 2 years of video being out, it made you another $50 for people just randomly clicking on it. I don't know about you, but like, yeah, that was all AdSense. Let's say a game came out in 2019. I see it's on sale on Steam. Do I want to get it? Let me check reviews. Oh wow, this is a review from 2019. I click on it. I watch it. But let's say 10,000 people do that. Well, suddenly, your video that you came out with in 2019 just got an extra 10,000 views. They just made an extra $5, $10 on that video. Nope. 20 minutes worth of work was just too much for him. If he didn't get $1,000 per video, it just was not worth the effort. Now I'm thinking about how plenty of games out there, when they go on sale, people go, hey, let's see if it's worth it. Click on this video. Oh, hey, 10,000 people do that. Let's say every year after 2019, no, it went on sale for 25%. Now, next year went on sale for 50%. And had a huge sale, 70% off on Steam in 2022. Well, hey, you make an extra $20 a year off of it just from people doing that. That's still an extra $20, which may not seem like much, but it's a lot to someone who's, guy, I can't take my fat wife out for sushi on her birthday. I just don't have enough money. Well, gee, you had an extra 100 videos on there making you an extra $20 a year. Just saying, that's an extra $2,000 a year you make. Maybe be able to afford to take your wife out for sushi on her birthday. $2,000 a year. Extra. Nope. $20 just was not. 20 minutes worth of work, $50 just wasn't worth it for him. Plus, residual from other people checking out the videos in the future. Like when a game goes on sale. He's a fucking moron. But as much as I'd love to say that his life is dominated by sloth, it's clearly gluttony. The only reason he's greedy is so he can buy more. So he can consume more. He's lazy, but he still gets to stream. Might be late. He may talk for 2 hours and actually play the game. But he still does it 6 days a week because he needs that money. He really does, so he can consume in the future. Exactly. If it doesn't help him now, he doesn't do it. Big example of this was, I get paid on the 20th, but my bills come out before then. Well, have you tried calling the companies, having them set the pay date for after the 20th? No! I'm not going to do that. It doesn't help me, right? Meow! It won't help me until next month. Well, but then next month when you bitch about this, you wouldn't have to bitch about it because you would have gotten it taken care of last month. It's insane how now he lives. Like, he does not think about the future at all. It's all about right meow. He's a fucking moron. Although he's probably doing like, guys, it's a 7-day late fee, so it's not that big a deal. Or you get people like Luis who already love Gotham Knights. But of course, they're probably fans of DC and Batman, unlike DSP, who hates all that because it's not giving him money. Guys, DC never gave me money, so I hate DC. Snort. Ooh, Tennessee's already scored against Georgia. Now Georgia's got the ball with 8:55 to go in the first quarter. I guess that, guys, I'm going to probably end this real soon. Get the Georgia-Tennessee game on. Go Tennessee. I want to see Tennessee win. No other reason than they're not Alabama or Georgia. For the Final Four for college playoffs, I want to see Tennessee, Michigan. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Clemson make it, but I just... I mean, TCU's undefeated if I remember correctly, so maybe they could get into it. They stay undefeated, and Ohio State loses to Michigan in the Michigan-Ohio State game. Oh, yeah, he doesn't like it because it doesn't give him as much money. Didn't his boyfriend get in the car? I'm not sure what that means. Well, that, guys, I guess I'm going to let you go. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I know I did, and I was very easily amused. And as always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day.